Yes, indeed. All right. So let's just sit here for just one moment. And I want you to imagine, so we'll put our hands on our hips and just close your eyes, take a few full deep breaths. Sometimes with a busy day, there she is. It's hard to make time to just breathe. All right. So we'll take a second to do just that. You'll inhale and just explore the inside of you, and then exhale. See if you can release. Good. We'll take that one more time. Just one big full breath. And exhale to release. And then let's see if we can start kind of moving with that breath. So we'll inhale and fully reach your sternum bone up and maybe feel the front of the throat stretch. And then to exhale and round, pull the shoulder blades down, let the head float forward. Good. And then inhale, find that reach from your head through the tail. And then exhale and round that under. So make a little space between the shoulder blades. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, big full breath. And then exhale, round that under. And from here, you can kind of hinge just a little bit side to side. And stretch in between the shoulder blades and all around your low back. So now let's draw a few circles all the way around here. And then take those circles all the way the other way. Good. Just noticing where you might discover any tightness, tension. I know sometimes a lot of standing, so if I've been cooking a lot, maybe like we did over the holidays, or maybe just what you have to do on a Tuesday. But that's where a lot of low back tightness starts to happen. Is standing for long periods of time. So now let's take your right arm. I just want you to slowly, softly sort of sweep it overhead. Good. And then pause and let the hand find your ear, the opposite ear, and then stretch the other way. So I'm going to kind of hinge once again from my extended hand. I really let the side of my neck begin to release. Good, then let the hand move behind the head and get a big stretch into the armpit. Good, and then let the head move down so you're resting your hand there and letting the vertebrae stretch a little more. And then exhale, let that arm come down. So now we'll try same thing with your left arm. Just let it sweep, circle around. Good. Just check into where you feel it tight. Where the shoulder joint feels kind of held or stubborn, just doesn't want to move. And then we're going to let that hand find the opposite ear. Let the head stretch away. Feel the side of the neck stretch. Just imagine all that space and relief being felt all the way into the shoulder blade. And then we'll let the hand just float behind the head float back, and the armpit area open. And then let's exhale, move the head down and feel the neck stretch. Good. And then let's take two arms and just sweep a few times. And as you do this, feeling the position, the placement of your head. Good. Let the arms sweep around the other way. Good. Hold the arms out into a little T shape and then pull the fingers together, pull them down towards your shoulders. And then let one hand come under as the other hand stays on top. Switch that. And then all those fingers underneath. Good. Let's now interlace the fingers. Push the palms out and reach your rib cage back. Let the head be heavy here. Good. And then we'll exhale, float that up. Let's pump the arms just a few times. Getting once again, little blood flow. Hold the arms extended. Now take the chin over one shoulder, then the other. Chin down and up. Good. And then we're going to exhale slowly, bring the fingertips forward. Once again, change the cross of the fingers so you get the opposite pinky on top. And then exhale, reach the weight back. And then exhale, find that yourself coming up. And then again, we'll pump the arms overhead. Good. And now exhale. This time, release opposite hand to your knee. And then sweep the arm behind the back. And find a long twist. Your chin can move back. You can even take your back ear kind of down. Once again, getting a little stretch in the neck. And then we'll inhale, bring the arms back out, and then exhale, find that stretch the other way. And you can pull with that arm against the knee to feel a real stretch in the shoulder blade. And then we'll inhale, open the arms out nice and wide, uncross the legs. Good. Bring the fingertips out in front. And once again, a little cat-cow in the spine. So you'll move the sternum forward, big reach. And then exhale, round it, reach it back. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, reaching back. This time we'll come forward, reach the arms up once again, and slide the 2 feet together. And just take a second. You can do this with your wrists and your ankles. Reach, pull back. So you'll point through the toes, flex and pull back. Point through the toes, flex and pull back. Good. And then from here, we're going to come stretch forward and let your sternum melt down. And just let the back release fully, deeply. Oh. I'm going to inhale, come up for a moment and pull the palms under my shoulders. Bring a little Dandasana pose. I'm going to turn my left toes out and pull the foot up to my thigh. And again, as best you can, don't use your hands if that's possible. Inhale, take the arms up, push the foot there into the thigh, and then cross the midline, cross the leg, and stretch over. And from here, we're going to inhale, come up once again, hug the leg in now, and twist toward it. Hug the leg close to you. Let the rib cage run along the thigh. Good. So feeling that stretch through the front of the hip. Feel the sits bones grounded and even. Good. Inhale, take the 2 arms up, slide the leg back out, long stretch over both legs. This time again, maybe you'll get a little deeper. You can pull the elbows wide. And once again, we'll inhale, reach, take your arms up, find a Dandasana pose. Now the opposite toes, the right toes turn out, the foot pulls up against the thigh, the arms sweep, and then you'll cross the midline. So you'll Reach in opposition and really feel that to the side of your back. And then we'll inhale, the arms float up, hug the knee joint in, and then twist your spine. Remember, you're going to move the opposite rib cage towards your thigh and drop the sitting bone. Good. And then we'll inhale, sweep, take two arms up, take the soles of your feet together. Take your hands here to your feet. Squeeze the heels in and move the knees wide. Good. Let's check on the neck once again. Down and up, side to side. Beautiful. And from here, you can now push your palms there into the feet and feel yourself fold over. So big stretch in the outside of the hips. Inhale, push your palms down. And now open the two legs out. So you've got a long side to side here. Let's inhale, the arms come nice and wide, and we'll rotate towards. So I'm going to rotate toward my right leg, bring my right arm behind me, and then take my left hand just across my body. Give this 5 breaths. Then we'll inhale, sit that up, sweeping that left arm back behind you. Let it cross opposite arm, comes to the foot, long stretch. And then once again, bringing yourself right back up, bring the palms all the way together, open the chest. Good. And then we're going to sweep your weight back on the sits bones and come into an all fours position. So we'll be here for just a little bit. So I'm going to make fists for wrists for me. I'm going to curl my tailbone underneath me. Exhale, reach it back. So trying this just a few times. Good. So really feeling that big, deep connection into the abdomen. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. So now reach the tailbone back towards the heels, and we'll take this just a few times. You'll inhale and exhale. Reach that weight back. And inhale, weight moves slightly forward, exhaling back. Good. It may feel nice to now add a little lower of the hips. Make sure your palms are slightly in front of the shoulders. Inhale, the hips reach back, maybe up, long stretch of the back. And then curling your tailbone under, then finding yourself lowering down. Okay, we'll try this one more time. Inhale, reaching that weight back. And then exhale, lowering the hips down. Good. Hold here for just a moment. Let the chin move right and left. Good. And from here, the hips will pull back. And we're going to take our elbows into the floor, curl your 10 toes underneath you, and lift the hips. Give this a few breaths. Taking the tailbone nice and high. Letting the head rest on the floor if you'd like. Good, and then we're going to slowly, softly let the knees melt right back down, and now let the sternum come into the floor. Tailbone stays lifted. Well, inhale, bring that back up. And now let's slide the right knee in. Let the left leg stretch back behind you. I'm going to press into my fingertips for a moment and try another little version of a cat cow. Inhale, reach, let that hip, the left hip move down. And exhale, round under. Inhale, reach. And exhale, round under. Inhale, reach your sternum out, and then once again, we'll pull our two elbows in. You can take the palms under the chin, and just a few breaths here, letting the hip release. Let's push down with the hands, come right back up. So we're gonna slide the opposite leg in and bring ourselves into an all fours position on the other side. So now from here, once again, curl, curl, curl. Good. And then from here, take another round of reaching the hips back and then melting the hips, letting them move forward as the head floats back. Connecting through the belly, finding that energetic opposition, maybe even more of an undulation through your spine now. Good. And then scooping that weight, lifting up. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead, let the hips come, pull forward, and get a big stretch. Look from side to side, checking in on your neck. And then reaching your weight back. Let the elbows come down, curl the 10 toes underneath you, and lift the hips. Again, your head could even rest here on the floor if that felt comfortable. And then we're going to slowly bring the knees down and let the sternum come into the floor. So, really, the shoulder blades are just completely released, shoulders totally released. And then pushing in with your hands, we'll exhale, come up and slide your left leg forward. And then once again, little cat cow here. You're rocking the hip. And then when you feel like that hip is kind of comfortably balanced, your sacroiliac is moving kind of evenly towards the floor, you can bring the elbows in and down, press the palms, let the palms rest under the chin. And then from here, I'm going to push my palms right back down, lift up again, lift my hips again. Let the sitting bones move back, get a little child's pose for a moment. Oh, really let the sits bones melt down towards your heels. And then we're going to dive that weight forward and come and rest for a moment on the belly. So let the elbows move slightly out from your shoulders. And let's just check on the neck, down and up, side to side. Chin over one shoulder, over the other. And then let's bend the knee. And then try that on the other side just a few times, lightly feeling good. That engagement of the glutes and the hamstrings. Let's now rock the hips side to side through your feet. And now cross your left leg over the right and a few times apply a little pressure. So this is going to let you more deeply connect to that right hamstring as you resist the leg lifting and resist the leg coming up. Let's try that one more time. Change the cross of the legs, then take that same action here, just firing into the hamstring. Good. So now let's uncross the legs and lower your head. And from here, raise your right leg up and let it circle in the hip socket. Trying to feel the rest of you stay really steady and stable. Then take that around the other way. If you can hold the leg lifted, bend and straighten the knee joint just a few times. Good. Exhale, release. Left leg lifts. It circles. We'll circle the other way. The knee bends and straightens. Good. And then we're going to exhale, release. Let that leg come down. Pull the tailbone towards the heels. And then bring the palms just out wide from the shoulders. Push into the floor. And lift the sternum up. Let the head move back and the front of the throat stretch. Good. Exhale, release. Let that come down. Now turn the palms in. Turn the fingertips in, the palms out. And take that same lift, getting a little different stretch there through the wrist. Go ahead and pull up through the belly to kind of support this lifting. Beautiful. So now let the left forearm cross over so you've got a little rest for your head, and then you're going to take the right hand and foot together and get a big stretch through the front of the hip. Now push down with the left arm, pull back with the right leg, and come up here for just a breath. And we'll exhale, release, and change sides. So now I'm going to let my right forearm come across my mat and the left hand come to my left foot. Take a big breath and then exhale, pull the weight of the body back. Good. Exhale, release, come down, let the head rest on the floor. Take the two hands to your ankles. And from here, kind of tuck the tailbone under and lift the two thighs. Maybe just breathe here for a moment. Or lift your head up if that feels okay. Good. Let's exhale, release. Now find yourself in an X shape. Let the left arm and right leg lift together. Breathe. Good. They release and come down. Right arm, left leg lift together. Good. Release that. Let the two arms just float up together for a moment. Feeling that deep work there in the shoulders. And they'll come down. Let the two legs lift together. Feeling that connection through the glutes and hamstrings. And let that come down. And then we're going to exhale, lift the head. Hold the lift the arms and lift the legs. Just take 5 breaths here. We're going to roll to the outside. So this is my left side underneath me. I'm going to lift my top leg. This is my right leg, down and up. So just while you're lifting this leg, practice pushing the opposite leg down. And use a big exhale to help you find that movement. So you're using the muscles to both stabilize the joint and create that movement. Good. Let's hold here. And then see if you can rotate the thigh bone out just a few times in the hip socket. Hold on to that rotation. Take the hand and the foot together and get a big stretch through the hip and inner thigh. Good. Let's bend in the knee and wrap the hand to the outside of the foot. And just let the weight of the arm now kind of offer a little more stretch to the leg. Good. And then from here, we'll unhook the leg, let the leg bend and come forward. Maybe you'll extend once you're out on the floor. And then you can take the top arm once again and allow it to circle. Just finding ease and softness in the joint. Observing where you encounter tension, discomfort. Good. And then with your arm just up in the air a few times, try a little figure 8 with the arm. And then take that the other way. Good, let's bend the bottom knee, take the hand and foot together. Big stretch here. Good, and then we're gonna slide the bottom knee underneath the top knee as we come push up. Hug the two knee joints together. Arms forward. Oh, and feel that in the outside of the hip, IT band. Rock your weight forward and back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. So use the weight of the body to help you kind of encounter that and wherever it is you feel tension or tightness in your top hip. Good. And then from here, we're going to take opposite hand up in the air, maybe to the back of the head, maybe to the neck, and then the hand to the low back. Walk your fingertips toward one another along the spine if that feels comfortable. Good. One more big breath. Really feel the scapula slide. Check in on your neck. And then we're going to take that top elbow, hook it to the outside of the top knee and twist. And then from here, I'm going to open my arms back up, send my legs to the opposite side of my mat, and come float down. Try the sequence on the other side. Top leg up, and it floats right back down. Top leg moves up and right back down. So again, use your exhales to find both the movement and the stability. So we'll push down with the bottom leg to lift the top leg. Good. And just be clear that that fluid, soft movement is what we're after. Try one more lift. And then work the inner and outer circus, kind of working those external rotators a few times, rolling the toes out. You can hold on to that. And then maybe bring the hand and the foot together, big stretch through the inner thigh. And now we're going to bend the top knee, wrap the arm to the outside, and then you can work to extend the knee once again. Or just stay bent. Let the weight of the arm kind of aid your stretch. And from here, we'll let the top knee travel down, this leg travel down. Get a little twist in the back. And now the top arm will circle. Just pay attention to all of those sensations in the shoulder. Take it the other way. And then we're going to just find little figure eights with the arm. And figure eight the other way. Good. And then this, let that bottom foot, top hand find each other. Big stretch into the hip. And then we're going to gradually just pull that bottom knee under your top knee and bring ourselves up, hooking the two knees one on top of the other. We'll take another cat cow so the arms move forward. Then you'll hopefully feel a deep stretch in the sides of the hips. Exhale, rock back. Come forward. And exhale back. Forward one more time. Good. Use that to sit yourself up. Opposite arm goes up in the air. Bring the hand behind the head. Same arm there goes to the lumbar spine. And then you can gradually, slowly sort of walk the fingers together. Again, be kind to your shoulders. So just check in, feeling a big stretch. The elbows hug in, and the weight of the head releases. Good. So now I'm going to take that top elbow to the outside of my top thigh and twist. One more long exhale here. And then the arms will sweep to the outside of my top foot. And I'm going to exhale, press into a down dog. Let the head melt down. Maybe if you like, take opposite hand to ankle for a moment. Get a big stretch underneath you. Pull the hips so that right hip pulls back so you're even. And try that on the other side. And then we're going to walk our way back toward our feet. Take your hands to two ankles for a moment. Shake your head no, nod it yes. Let's bend your two knees and take the palms together overhead. Reach the arms back. And then inhale, come all the way up. And let the arms pull back behind you. Take that stretch for just a moment. And then I'm going to just reach this up a hair. And from there, let's bring our palms to our thighs. And inhale, look up. And exhale, slide the palms to the insides of the legs. Let the head move underneath you. Tuck your chin up here towards your neck. Good. I'm going to wrap my hands to the outside of my right leg. Pull back with my elbows and stretch. Inhale, look up once again. And then exhale, hook the hands around the left leg and come down. Let the arms slide down. Pull in and stretch. And then inhale, push your weight into your feet, bringing yourself up. Good. Just open here in the chest for a moment. Reach your thumbs back behind you. Now pull the elbows down. And then exhale, just release all of that. So I'm going to just step for a second over my blanket. So everybody get a nice wide stance with your legs, and then rock and roll your weight through the fronts and backs of your feet. Good. And let's exhale, take the arms out. Good. And then exhale, fold over, find the hands here on the ankles. Once again, move the elbows out, relax the neck, release it, let it go. And then once again, feel your weight push it into the feet as you come up. And we're going to turn your right toes out so the hips stay facing forward. Let's bend and straighten this knee a few times. Good. Now with the knee bent, see if you can lift the ball of the foot and then the heel. Ball of the foot and the heel. Good. Hold some weight there and that really active foot. Take the arms up. One elbow comes, stretches over. Good. Exhale, reach the weight of the body back. And then inhale, bringing yourself up tall. Extend your externally rotated leg and then float down. So anywhere that feels good and comfortable to you. This top hand can move behind the head. Support the neck. Open the chest and shoulder. Good. And then we'll push deep through your 2 feet. Bring yourself back up. Turn those toes in. And just for a second, be light with your weight. Side to side here. Kind of gathering the weight back in the joints. Roll through the balls of the feet, through the heels. Good. So let the opposite toes turn out now. Good. And then focus on bending that knee towards the pinky toe while you pull the opposite hip back. So you don't want the hip to turn in either. The opposite hip pulls back. Good. Let's hold a bend in that knee. And then roll ball of the foot to heel, ball of the foot to heel. Good. Now hold some steadiness there in that leg. Sweep the arms out. Elbow floats down, top arm over your ear. And then we'll exhale, reach back, back, back towards the extended leg. And we'll bring ourselves back up, extend the externally rotated leg now, and feel yourself slide down. Hand moves behind the head, open the chest. And we'll push through both feet, bring ourselves back up. So now let's turn all the way toward your right leg and take the arms up in the air and bend the knee. So your hip bones are now facing the same direction as those toes. Good. Let's hold a bend in the knee. Roll ball of the foot to heel. Good. Hold that weight there. Take the arms up. Good. Opposite elbow comes down towards the knee. You can rest the other hand on the back. And then the two hands can come down next to the foot and stretch the knee nice and long. Good. So once again, we'll gather the weight in our feet. Turn our toes the other way. And then find our weight here. Just bend and straighten the front knee. When you feel like that knee joint's nice and awake, hold and then roll ball of the foot to heel. Just waking up the muscles in the foot. Good. And then we're going to take opposite elbow to knee. Really reach into the back heel. And then we'll let the two hands come down and let the front knee straighten. And now from here, I'm just going to pull my back foot to meet my front foot. And then I'm going to slowly let my sitting bones come down to the floor. So you do that however works for you. I'm going to lightly rock on my back a little bit. And then slowly, slowly find your way just down to the mat. The arms tuck into the sides, and we're going to lightly, lightly, lightly just bicycle the legs. Good, and then let them bicycle the other way. And then you're going to let one leg circle in as the other leg circles out. We'll try that the opposite direction. And now we'll take the right ankle to the left thigh, interlace the fingers around the leg, big stretch here. Let's place the left foot on the floor and then walk it out so that the hip can open. I'm going to let my top knee cross my body and get a twist in my back. Exhale, return the torso just to lying flat. Bring the knees over the chest for a moment and release the legs. Once again in the air. And now we'll take the left ankle to the right thigh, fold at the knees, and then bring the hands to the inside of the thigh. We'll let the foot move down to the floor and all the way out. Good. Folding the knee across the body. Twist in the back. And then we'll exhale, release, lift the two legs back over the chest. Hook the arms to the insides of the legs, now the outsides of the feet. And then just let the toes float closer to your head, just anywhere that feels comfortable. Let the soles of the feet move together. And slowly release into the floor. Leave the hands at the belly, and we'll take a few breaths here. Then the ribs move wide and back in. And then slowly, when you feel ready, let's just extend the two legs out. Just find a little softness along the jaw, across the brow, into the neck and shoulders, hips and knees, from head to toe. Let's use an exhale and take a long stretch. Feeling as much space as you can make from the fingers to the toes. And then use an exhale to hug the knees over the chest. And we'll roll to one side. And press up, find seated. And bring the palms together before the heart, bow the head, close the eyes. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy your evening. Namaste.